So Ascribe has built a simple but very powerful tool to help creators claim and protect their intellectual property. So today when you share your work, people can copy it, they distribute it, and attribution gets lost very easily. And Ascribe makes it very easy for creators to reclaim their property and to track their work. So Ascribe allows you to do three things. You can register your intellectual property, you can define very simple licensing terms, and number three is you can track it. So we support creators, marketplaces, and also collectors who want authenticity. They want to know that the work comes from the creator with a clear chain of provenance and history. And if you think about it, we make it so that you can transfer intellectual property as easy as sending an email. And so we're one of the first blockchain companies that don't have anything to do with payments or subverting the banking system or currencies, etc. We use the blockchain to transfer intellectual property. So there's a lot of stuff going on under the hood, but we're just going to do a very simple walkthrough of the system where you can ask some questions about how that technology works and other applications. So it's all preloaded. Uh-oh. Don't know how that worked. So you enter in and you get an immediate view of your collection, but we'll start from the start and we'll just add a new work. And here we'll do a shot of, and here it's uploading, you have the little Ascribe logo. Here's the status bar. We do a lot of people upload gigabytes worth of information, so we have to improve the status bar so people see how it's going. But what you would do is you enter in the name of the creator, the title, and the year created. And then you register the work. So this actually fulfills all the requirements that the Copyright Office wants as proof of evidence that this is your work. So if this isn't my work, this is from one of our clients. This is some of their art from comic books. And what do you want to do when you've created a work or you've claimed it? You generally want to share it. And right now we only have an email client, but you can share it. I won't enter anything, but in general, you can just click that and it's share. We're going to integrate Facebook, Twitter, and social media as well, where you can share it. And one interesting thing is that if you're dealing with limited edition digital art, that really doesn't exist right now. So there's this whole art, like a lot of art now is native digital, video art, all this kind of stuff. And artists who want to earn money and live off of this, they want to create limited editions, just like you would create limited editions photos or limited edition, other physical objects that you create limited editions, like even sculptures and such. And using the blockchain, we can actually allow a creator to say, I create only 22 editions of this legally, so that the people who get this have the rights to transfer, the rights of resale, the rights of making a copy of it, and the rights of display. So let's just make 22 editions. And underneath the hood right now, we are going to the blockchain and we're creating 22 separate wallets that is based on a hash of this file plus the user credentials. So that this file is directly related, or in the blockchain right now, it's directly related back to the actual file and the user. So you can't break those apart. You can enter further details like your contact information, etc. And drag additional files. So that's kind of how it works. Within that collection here, then you have 22 limited editions. These IDs are on the blockchain as we speak, or they're getting queued up in our own daemon. And then you can do different things. So the four main things that we thought was really important based on speaking with users, that this transfer means you transfer the rights to another user officially. You transfer the rights of resale, and so this file, if it is an authentic piece from you, retains some value. So rather than downloading something off iTunes and that file being worth 0 on your, like nobody will buy a set of music from you that you download off iTunes. This is actually something you can resale. There's also other commercial ventures based on working with marketplaces, consignment and loan. So that's just a quick run through, and we'll open up to questions. Come on over. Go ahead.
It's a really interesting idea, especially the limited versioning, because that's the one unique thing you're doing, I think. Will you ever work with text, or is that just too hard?
We can handle any type of digital media. So we have people who have uploaded 3D designs, video art, books, photos, pretty much everything already.
It would have to be an EPUB file, not just how would you do the text?
Sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
How would you upload text? It has to be an EPUB or a PDF or?
Yes, yes.
And then how do you handle changing one word? And it's, I don't know, I know text is really hard because...
You mean tracking of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started with image search. So we have some machine learning based algorithms where we can do similarity search on photos. So it's content based. It's not based on the hash. And now we're working on 3D, and I had an additional demo, but I took too much time talking about the main product. We have probably one of the very first instances of the world where we do actually content search based on 3D design, similarity based on with machine learning.
If I can, hi, if I can add something, basically when you upload a file, we calculate the hash of the file together with some other metadata, and then we publish this on the blockchain. So if you want to change, I mean, you can upload whatever you want, can be a binary file, text file, image, audio, whatever. What we do, we just calculate the MD5 of the file, we post it on the blockchain, and then basically if you want to change your file, you need to register something, another edition. It's like publishing a book in the real world. You cannot just go back and change the text. You need to do it again, basically. Why this? Why this? Okay.
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, your service is more for tracking an item, but you do not bake in some kind of watermark into the image.
Yeah, we're relatively anti-DRM. We think that that's just kind of waste of time and waste of technology.
Okay. So basically, on your platform, a customer can see basically, yes, it's for tracking, but not for identifying in the end. So in theory, like I could take a screenshot and just publish it, and you couldn't track this one because you've got no watermark inside.
Actually, we have built some advanced web crawling, where we've done something that Anonymous couldn't do. We've crashed the Amazon web service twice. Once here in Europe, and then they had to redeploy us to Virginia, and we crashed those servers there as well. So we are crawling the internet using the similarity search, and that's one of those prototype things we're doing in beta. But Amazon, they actually called us up and said, you've done something no one else has ever done. You've crashed our servers, and then we did it again the next week. Like that.
You said that your site fulfills all the requirements for registration with the Copyright Office. You mean the U.S. Copyright Office? Yes?
Yes.
Do you have international copyright protection as well, or registration?
Well, this is the thing. Across 180 different countries, you have 180 different copyright laws. But in general, you need 3 things. You need some verification on the type of author, whether it's an email address or the name. You need the content, and you need a certifiable date and timestamp, which is the blockchain.
One more question?
Over there.
Okay, it's actually 2 questions, but the first is a yes or no question. Are you using Ethereum? And the second one is, how do you make sure that the work that I upload is actually mine? Because you just uploaded someone else's work.
Very good question. So we're thinking of using Ethereum in our stack. There's a couple of limitations with blockchain in terms of throughput and as well as smart contracts that we could use Ethereum for. And the second thing is, this is the holy grail. So what we do is once it's in the pipe, it's authenticated. We can track it from the person who uploaded all the way through until it gets transferred 100 times. And this is something that the original design of the internet had. But what it doesn't do is track you. Like, are you really the right person who uploaded that? And that's why we have already investigated working with certain software companies to be at the point of creation. So if you imagine you're using Adobe, and when you do your save, you don't just do a save, you do a save and ascribe at the same time, and then you'd have a point of creation. You catch it at the point of creation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.